All right, we are live.
Oh, your whole voice just changed.
I know, right? He got
Right.
the
He got
got
the
But
quiet storm voice
the
on.
976 joint on.
we'll wait for some people to come into the room.
Oh gosh. Okay, I'm about to come into the room.
Right. I left my
Besides you,
I left my phone. I left my phone on my desk.
Oh gosh.
while we wait for people, I will turn my camera off because I don't want people seeing me eating a pork chop
Delicious.
Ah.
with 57 sauce.
Oh, you need to try it with duck sauce. Yes.
Duck sauce on a pork chop?
Yes, Lord.
That is some District Heights shit right there.
Why you pick my
How's from District Heights and I'm from Southeast?
Oh my god.
name? It's more some southeast stuff.
But I'm more Capitol Hill though. I'm not like Anacostia Southeast. I'm like Capitol Hill Southeast.
That side of southeast.
Hell, you not. The part of Capitol Hill that Benning Road.
Nah. I'm like Capitol Hill, like a few blocks away from Eastern Market, Capitol Hill.
Oh,
We were
But,
just talking.
but look, on the way we passed Potomac Gardens.
I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
Just DC shit. That's all.
Don't worry. Like, neither do I. I only know the parts of southeast that my kid's father lives in.
Yeah, I don't know DC very well.
Yeah.
Neither do I.
I'm a DC
All right.
girl.
I know Martin Luther King. But believe it or not, Southeast is a very beautiful part of the city.
Actually, yes.
There's a lot of parks.
There's a lot of beautiful homes in Southeast.
Uh-huh.
Listen.
Side that my father live on.
Well,
Over there.
well, listen, there are a lot of beautiful homes that rival Upper Northwest.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
The Hillcrest section of DC is one of the most fabulous places to be.
Yeah, I don't know what
Yeah.
section it is, but
That's,
I know
that's,
when
near,
I was,
that's Pennsylvania and Branch Avenue area.
when
Mhm.
I was
Yes.
riding the commuter bus, the bus took a detour one day, and I was like, "Oh my goodness,
Mm-hmm.
these are some beautiful homes in Southeast.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Beautiful homes."
Yeah. I love my city. I just can't afford to live there, and I hate Muriel Bowser with a passion.
See, I'm not the only one.
Mary Bowser hates
We talked about this a little bit last week, didn't we? We talked about
Yeah.
Mary Bowser running.
We talked about her being a transplant.
What is she doing?
Yeah. She's from Upper Northwest, but she ain't worth a damn. She's only concerned about the wards that she lives in and the wards that, affect her her most valuable constituency. And wards 7 and 8 can go to hell,
What
on
would
her.
you like to see her do differently?
Well, the thing about her is if she's running anywhere, it should be to a hairdresser and to me for some styling because she's a mess.
Oh my God.
Her name is Muriel, for Christ's sakes.
That's not her fault.
She could she could go by Big M, but
Big M. What? Shut up, Mika.
she looks a mess. Like every
What
time
would
I
you
see
like
her,
her to
like,
see? What would you like to see her do differently, V?
I think that outside of placing more funds into recreation and education, because the dropout rate in DC is absolutely ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
In addition to the foster care system, totally revamping and revitalizing the foster care system and the DC social services. A lot of the missing that you find, the missing kids in DC, a lot of them were in the foster care system. They just ran away from their fosters,
Mm.
and they're not necessarily missing,
Mm-hmm.
but even the fosters are abusive,
Yeah.
So there's just the whole shit needs to be revamped. And I think that we didn't even need a damn baseball stadium. Like, did we really need that? Really? Fuck no, we didn't need it.
no, but we needed the parking lot beside it because that's where Trucker Ruby at, and I like that.
You know what?
Sorry. But I agree with you, V. We did not need that big old stadium.
I mean, the city needed revenue, no question about it. The city needed revenue, but they could have gotten revenue from other sources.
Right.
No, parking tickets? No.
Well, and the fucking speed cameras where there have been no accidents ever. You know, that's some bullshit. You know, so it's just, you know, her name is Muriel. I mean, that, you know.
How much money?
I mean, I wonder what changes need to be made to the education system in DC, because you talked about, you know, the dropout rates. Like, what? It's more than education that contributes to that. So what changes could be made?
I mean, it's multi-layered. I mean, and think about it, agency-wide. The agencies need to work in concert with each other, because a good portion of the dropouts that are in the city, the parents can't even read. You know what I'm saying? So we're talking about a generational cycle of illiteracy, just the attitudes toward education in general. I mean, it just goes on. I mean, but that's where your social service agencies and your Department of Education can partner, you know, but that's just my mind. That's just how I'm thinking, you know, but you know, who am I?
No, I mean, it's interesting to know what people would like to see happen. It just seems like there's so many systemic issues that I don't know if one or even two terms could even fix those issues.
Well, they've been going on forever, but I think that at the end of the day, the last administrations, her administration, I think it all started with Anthony Williams, and from there on, every mayor thereafter has been focused on just getting money to the city, but the dollars are just not, the wealth is not being distributed. I hear people saying a lot, well, there's recreation centers everywhere. People just have to bring their kids out, and that the parents are home and they lazy and da. Okay, well, everybody doesn't have the kind of access to resources that people think they do. You know what I mean? It goes a lot deeper than just, hey, my parent just has to bring me to the rec so I can play ball. It goes way deeper than that. So
no, absolutely, and that's what I was wondering, like how that could be mitigated, because it is much deeper than that.
Yeah, we just don't have enough time to talk about it, but trust me. Yeah, it goes. It just goes on. But no, I'm not a fan of her. She's a dickwad.
So, whoa. So now that we're on this topic, I think I'm going to switch the topics around.
Okay.
I want to go to is there a different thinking between rich people and poor people?
Absolutely.
What is it?
Where do we begin?
Well, I think just from a very basic level, one of the differences is for poor people, the mentality is really about survival. You know, the basics: food, shelter, you know, safety. So your basic level thinking is going to be very different. Whereas someone who's wealthy, those aren't their basic level needs. So, you know, for someone that is wealthy, I think that a lot of times their mindset is on how to make more money, you know, whereas like a poor person, it is really about, you could have someone that's like, okay, well, how do I get myself out of this situation? But it still really comes back to survival. Yeah. So the thinking is very different. Now, I do think that, you know, someone that is poor that will become wealthy, that has the right mindset, of course, their thinking won't be like a poor person's thinking anymore. I really think it depends on your circumstances.
I've seen people lose it all and get it back and more. Like they were like, you know, Bisquick pancakes for dinner and for a year.
Yeah.
And got it all back.
Yeah.
So I think it's. I think the main difference is believing that you can get out of your situation.
I agree with that.
If you don't think if you think you're going to be living in Berry Farms forever, which they found out that they couldn't, um,
It really is a mentality.
I think it is that old flea in the jar, the two fleas in the jar mentality. I think that you have to. I think if people are presented the idea that opportunity is available for everyone over time, and that one that you deserve, just whatever someone else has, you deserve it too. It's not just about, okay, I can't get access, or I didn't have this resource available to me to be able to do, or I wasn't born into this or that. I just think as long as you have the mindset that, hey, I also deserve this. I also deserve to drive this car. I also deserve to live in this zip code. That opportunity, just by virtue of that alone, because I deserve it, that opportunity is there for me. I just have to will myself into the mindset of making it happen.
And you have to be willing. You have to be willing to make the sacrifices to go along with what you think you deserve.
You have to do the work.
Right.
That's the other part of it. You can't just think, okay, I deserve it. You have to be willing to do the work to get it, knowing in the end you will get it.
But, and you have to align your value systems too. Your value systems also play a part in all of that as well. I mean, you can't expect to be a millionaire. You get your check, and you got $300 on your check, and you go out and take the $300 and spend $150 on a pair of Jordans because you want to look rich and not be rich. You know what I'm saying? It's about your value systems. It's
Definitely.
about,
definitely
what's more important is it's building your, stacking your paper and putting yourself in a better position to where you can get those Jordans later. Is that more important, or is it just, let me just look like I'm fly right now?
Right now.
It's important. Mm-hmm.
Yes, definitely.
Also, I think, a lot of Black people, I know I wasn't taught about credit or investing.
Nor was I.
I learned all of that on my own.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I get, I get all these offers from Capital One for a car loan, but get denied for a business loan. I'm like, you just sent me a letter saying I was qualified for $45,000 to get a car,
right?
But how about you give me the $45,000 to start a business? They won't
right.
give it.
Right.
No, I agree. There are a lot of things that if you're not born into certain families that you just don't get, because your parents don't know, and their parents didn't know. Everybody just did the best that they could, and it really takes someone coming up to be open to new information, and I think that's how we break the cycle. But for some families, that never happens.
Yeah.
For some families, it never, ever happens. And people can say, oh, well, you've got all these resources and, there's, everyone has the same opportunities. But I don't think people understand how strong family ties and thinking is.
Yeah. Your discipline has to be there.
Yeah.
My grandfather was a cash under the mattress kind of guy. Mm-hmm. He hated banks. He hated having to pay money to withdraw his own money out of the ATM machine, or as he called it, the moat machine. He hated having to do that. He believed in stocks and he believed in bonds. He was an old school dude. You know what I mean? And so, if he didn't have the cash, he didn't buy it. He never believed in credit, as he called it, credit. He didn't believe in it. He didn't believe in that. If you don't have the cash to pay for it all in full, then you don't need it, or you won't get it right now.
That's the mindset that I was kind of brought up on from my dad as well. I agree with all of you guys. It's really a mindset, and it's really about what you see over the years, what you thought, what you're exposed to. Because for me, my parents were immigrants. So when they came here, they literally had to figure it out. And they weren't taught credit and different things like that either. So it was learning from trial and error. And my dad, what he did teach me, crazy thing is, my mother and my father taught me this in two separate ways, how to save money. My mother taught me how to save money because she wasn't good at it, and my father taught me how to save money because he was great at it. But it was the same thing. Like, if my father always said, if you can't afford it, don't get it. Don't get it. Don't get a credit card if you can't afford it. If he was old school with his thinking, and I took that and ran with it, but it didn't do me any good because I learned from trial and error too. Like, it really just has a lot to do, like Malika said, with your family ties, what you're taught, what you're exposed to. You know, a lot of the times we got to teach ourselves, and I think that it's unfair that they don't have that in the school system for these kids. Finances should be in the school system for these kids because a lot of the parents don't know.
Yeah.
Well, what I will tell you is, matter of fact, he knocked on my door today. He's campaigning. Edward Burrows is running for PG County Council, and he was doing some grassroots walking today, and he knocked on everybody's door. He's trying to run for Monique Anderson. Is it Anderson? I forget her last name, but anyway, she vacated her seat because she's running along with Peter Franchot. So he's trying to go he's leaving the Board of Education to go to run for the council seat. And that was one of his initiatives. He was talking about financial literacy and using that as a part of the curriculum in the school system. So then when these kids graduate from school, they have a good foundation mentally about how to approach credit, about how to, spend and be, financially solvent going forward, as they, go to college or get jobs or what have you. And that, I think that's one of the brightest ideas that anybody could have ever come up with.
Yeah, I actually had a class like that in high school where they taught us about doing our taxes, and we learned how to do resumes. We would interview each other. So I did have a class like that. I went to school in Montgomery County. I don't know if they still have that.
Interesting.
But that was definitely one of the classes that I had. And for me, my mom didn't know. She was an immigrant as well. She didn't know really anything about credit and didn't pass it on to me. She was just trying to make it as a single mom. So I just knew that I didn't want to struggle.
Yes.
I knew I didn't want to struggle.
Yes.
So for me, I made a decision very early on that I was not going to struggle, and I was going to do whatever I had to do so I didn't have to struggle.
Yeah.
So my mom didn't even know when I was applying to colleges. I was on a track that it didn't matter what anybody said to me because I was not going to struggle. So that's why I say, like, you could be in a situation where the people around you may not know, but if you believe that you belong somewhere and you're willing to do the work, it can happen.
Yeah.
It can happen for you.
Yeah. It's all about your drive and what you want for yourself.
I find it quite interesting, though, Malika, that you were taught that life skill, because most high school curriculums have a life skill or home ec or something to that degree. They have that in high schools. But that's interesting that was taught in Montgomery County, which is one of the richest counties in Maryland and most diverse counties in Maryland. But it was not taught in Prince George's County.
Nope.
Well, she also went to Sean Carter Academy. So.
You are just not gonna let that go.
That might make a difference.
Beat to the visit.
that whole 444 album was their thesis.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? And outside of American Gangster, that was one of my favorite albums. Yep.
He is just not going to let that period of my life go. Yes. I follow Jay-Z all around DC.
I'm not. You're not gonna forget Jay-Z. Renee's gonna not forget LL.
I'll never forget LL. Mika
is forever going to be tormented for Wale.
You know what? I was riding in the car the other day thinking about Samika and Wale.
Oh yeah, oh my God, yeah.
My number.
Yeah. Hated on that man because he African.
But hold on. So V, I will say this, that the class that I took, it wasn't a required class.
Okay.
It was what do they call electives?
Mm-hmm.
It was an elective. And I don't even know why I took it. I just decided, all right, let me just go ahead and take this class. And it helped me because it helped me to get my first job. It helped me to understand how to do all my tax forms when I got the job. And so like I said, I don't know if they still offer the class, but it was definitely helpful to me. And I still use a lot of the stuff that I learned in it today. But I think that class would be great for kids.
Absolutely. Foundational. It should be a foundational course, honestly.
I think the parents in Southeast need to fight for the same programs that they're getting in Montgomery County. Like they're getting robotics classes, they're getting coding classes. Are any schools in Washington, D.C. teaching coding?
I don't know. I think it largely depends on if it's a charter or if it's a private school, because you have plenty of those now, and the curriculums are I think voted upon, on that. But what I will say, which goes back to another point that I mentioned earlier, how can you fight for coding if you, as a parent, have an illiteracy problem? You don't know what to fight for because you don't have the range to say, this is what I want my son to have or to take in school, because you have not been exposed to that. Yeah. So coding, what the hell is that? You know what I mean?
The problem is much, much deeper because you don't know how to advocate for your child.
Exactly.
You don't know how to advocate for your child. So I think that the problem is much, much deeper than the school system itself, because unfortunately they can't advocate for every child that needs it.
Right.
So it's very unfortunate.
Matt Mike said PG County did get us ready for the real world as far as jobs and writing resumes and how to interview.
I didn't take that class, Mike.
Wasn't that student?
Yeah, it sure wasn't. I didn't take it.
Maybe it was an elective.
No, they did offer. It was some sort of elective, but the thing is, it should be mandatory because, like we're all saying here, some parents don't know how to advocate for their kids in that way to look for that. So, if you don't know, if your parents don't know it's an elective, you don't know it's an elective. How the hell you gonna know about it? So, PG County didn't teach us nothing about how to fight. Like,
I'm trying to think who told me how to write a resume, because I had 2 jobs in high school, so I already knew how to write a resume by 12th grade.
I had a job in my junior year. I learned how to write a resume actually going on the USA Jobs website, the government website that they had back in the day. And I basically took the format that they had and created my own. And I also went to the library and I did some, there was a book that used to be about this thick that showed you how to write resumes for every possible industry that there was. And I basically I took the book and put it on the Xerox machine. It was copying. I was like, I'm gonna get this job.
Did I ever tell you guys that I was I got a job with the FBI?
No.
All right. In my New York voice. Boom. 11th grade, I applied for the FBI in 11th grade.
And your packet was about this thick, wasn't it? Because I applied also.
And they
was
did
it like a student job?
No. It was for some clerical but it was like GS3, like out of high school.
Yeah.
They did a year-long investigation. I didn't hear anything from the FBI until August of '88.
Wow. That was after we graduated.
The day before I left for the Air Force.
Oh, wow.
Oh, happy Veterans Day.
Oh,
Thank
yeah.
you.
Happy Veterans
Day. Happy Veterans Day.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
So what made you join the Air Force? What was that decision based on?
I didn't want to get out of the house.
What?
So you weren't interested in going to college?
No.
Okay.
They would have sent you to college though.
Yeah, I'm not a schoolwork kind of guy. I'm more hands-on, gotta learn it.
Okay.
Yeah. But 11th grade, I was filling out forms, submitting resumes, and like I couldn't believe that letter. Like, but I I already signed my contract with the Air Force.
Yeah, you can get out of that. You're now the property of the U.S. government.
Mm-hmm.
If the Marines didn't tell me I was fat, I would have been a Marine.
Lord have mercy. So
they told me I was too fat.
You were trying to go into the Marines?
Yes, ma'am. I went to
MEPS.
I went to MEPS. I passed the ASVAB. They told me I was 6 pounds overweight. They gave me 2 weeks to lose it.
What was your ASVAB score?
I can't even remember. You know how long ago that was?
I got a 98%.
I know I passed it pretty high. I think my math was a little but it was passable. But yeah, I made it all the way through. Even the you know, the part, they have a little part for geometry. They have a little geometry section. I'd never taken geometry in my life. I passed that. I was just
class? Or Miss Ali?
Never took geometry.
Wow.
Really?
Never.
I mean, I got straight D's. I mean, straight
I took
D's.
algebra. That's as far as I went.
I got straight D's and they put me in trigonometry. If I get straight D's in
D is passable.
Algebra, why would you move me to trigonometry?
Well, I never took it and I passed it on the ASVAB, and they moved me forward. They told me, they said, bitch, you too fat. Get off your ass, run around the block a few times. We're giving you 2 weeks to get that 6 pounds off your ass. And I said, I had 2 weeks to think about it. I told my dad. My dad was like, what are you, crazy? You're not going in the military. What's wrong with you?
I was 10 pounds underweight to get into the Air Force. They gave me a weight waiver. I was 5'11" and 125.
You was JJ Evans.
Yeah. Yeah.
And down on my body.
Nah, but it ended up, it worked out.
Yeah, Marines is rough.
Oh, I took the post office test too. That's hard.
Yeah, I took the post office test too.
I have a lot of admiration for post office workers. You got to look at addresses all day and sort.
Do they still?
I'm glad I didn't get that job.
Yeah, they do.
They still have to take the test. Okay.
Wow. Any of the above. Post office, military, none of the above.
Yeah, the military was never an option.
All the jobs I've gotten, like in my life, I've learned to appreciate people who have those jobs afterwards. Like I worked at Safeway, Addison Road. I like you have to learn all the codes for the fruit. Like that shit is hard. Like, yo, what's the code for grapefruits? And you got to learn all that. Safeway sent you to Safeway school.
Yeah, they had a school. They did have a school in Riverdale. It was in Riverdale.
Mm-hmm. Wow. I will say I have never worked a retail job in my life.
I have worked several.
One time.
I have worked several.
I've never worked in food. I've never worked retail. I've always had an office.
I don't know if it's a Caribbean thing that we just was not doing it or what. I've never.
It's like I can't do it.
Ever.
Listen. Be thankful that you did not. Be thankful.
I am.
Go in Macy's after Thanksgiving.
Woo. How about working in Pentagon City during the Christmas season?
No,
and working it up against the wall in Iverson Plaza.
Oh my God. I've been so thankful that I've never worked a job where I'm like on my feet all day.
Oh yeah.
I can work with those. I can work with people, but not having to help them in that way. Like, I don't want to take your order. I don't want to find size 5 or 15 for you. I'm good. No. Just not that girl. I'll get fired the first day because I'd be like, what the hell? Get out of my face. No.
So you always had administrative jobs?
Always. My first job was at the age of 15. I worked at a doctor's office because my aunt, God rest her soul, she was a doctor. So she got me in there. So all my friends, they had McDonald's jobs. And I was like, oh, I'm off at 5 o'clock because I work at the doctor's office. So you guys can keep frying fries. I will just come up with my cute little scrubs.
See what I mean?
See, I hated y'all.
For the fryer.
I hated y'all. I worked at the doggone McDonald's on Capitol Hill. That was the only McDonald's in the city that had an upper and lower level. My first week there, It was the one that sits at the base of Sousa Bridge. It has an upper and lower.
Oh, yes.
That one wasn't always there though. It used to be right across. It used to be near Eastern Market in the middle. It had an upper and a lower. My first week there, a damn football team, a youth football team comes in a big ass bus. Like we're talking about 50 kids on this bus. My first week there, I don't know my head from my ass, and they're asking me to do stuff. I'm sitting up here looking around.
They're asking me to do stuff.
Hey, I worked at the McDonald's down the street from Forestville Mall.
Woo. Oh, Jesus Christ!
No, that's the one you go to if you want to get shot.
Oh,
that. Hey, that was the death trap right there. Getting off, and I worked at Shakey's. I worked at Shakey's and McDonald's at the same time.
The cardboard ass pizza.
That pizza was good. Everybody came in there for a buffet trying to steal the pizzas.
Oh,
that
wow.
pizza tastes like cardboard.
No,
I've never had that experience.
So good.
Thank you. Thank you.
Certificates so that I can get extra pizza
For your kids. The little honor roll certificates, and you get a free small pizza.
Them joints. They used to be like,
Oh
Stephanie. I'm like, who the hell is that? Oh, me. I'm Stephanie. Yeah, let me get the pizza.
Lord have mercy. What's the next topic?
Gaston, I have a question. I have one more question for you. How long did you stay in the Air Force?
3.5 years.
Wow.
I did my time and got out.
Go ahead.
I was in North Dakota.
Oh.
If I wasn't, I went to Biloxi, Mississippi for tech school.
Yikes.
And then they sent me to North Dakota, North Dakota.
Yeah,
So
my niece is in Las Vegas right now. But she's not a pilot. She's gonna study to be a pilot, but she's a mechanic for the jet
fighter.
Yeah,
so she worked on the flight line.
Yes,
I did too, but dead winter. Like we worked on bombers and tankers.
Yeah,
shout out to my guys on the flight line.
Yeah, she's in Las Vegas, so it's not cold, but it is hot.
Yeah.
And then she's also the mechanic for the honor flight. So I guess the
Blue Angels and stuff like that.
Honor flight. That's like is it like deceased military?
No. So I guess
potentates.
Whoever runs that particular base, he has his own plane, and she's the mechanic for that plane.
Okay.
So her name is on the side of his plane. So she's doing really well.
Good.
She's doing really well.
Okay, since the dog is barking.
Oh, Marvel.
Telling us to go to
Marvel barks at air. She barks at air.
Travis Scott.
Let me get back out the way.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, Mika. I was going to. I know Mika had it.
But they're not showing the videos of him actually asking for help with these people. I feel like you go to these concerts and fairs and whatever you want to call them at your own risk. If there is a situation, like, is he supposed to literally be like out in the crowd looking at everything that's going on and putting his in there? I feel like it's not, they're making it a Travis Scott problem when it was a security problem. I feel like it was there. I don't feel like, and I'm not a Travis Scott fan. I mean, I like the ones that he put out, the tennis shoes that he put out. But other than that, I do not like Travis Scott. He looks like Harriet Tubman's son. I don't like him. So I'm not picking up for him. I'm just saying, looking at the bigger picture. At first, I was like, what did he do? But once I honed in on it and looked at the videos that they're not showing of him actually asking people to come through to help or pointing out people that passed out, I feel like they're making it a Travis Scott problem and not a Travis Scott problem. Like, it's not. It's literally a security. Go ahead.
He's going to get sued though.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He is, but he's going with the money.
Do you think he's going to win? I mean, they're going to win. I was trying to steal.
Yes.
Yeah, 8 people died. 8 people died.
Nine people.
They're going to win.
One
ninth person
today.
9.
Okay.
Yes.
So
okay.
my next question. I heard a little kid died. Like a little kid.
A 9-year-old.
He's still in a coma.
Oh.
Why was he there?
9-year-old. He was there with his dad.
His father passed out.
So his dad had him on his shoulders, and his dad was compressed to the point where his dad passed out. So then his son fell off of his shoulders. So
Okay,
I've seen a lot of videos, unfortunately, because I have this new TikTok addiction, and we can talk about that in a minute.
Yeah,
people have too much time on their hands. So I've seen lots of like people's videos from in the crowd. So what I've seen so far is that depending on where you were in the crowd, you could have had a totally different experience. There are people in the crowd that did not know that people were passing out and dying. The people that were closer to the back. They didn't know what was going on until after they got back to their hotel rooms and stuff like that. And I've seen the videos of when Travis is like, okay, you know, what's going on over here or what's going on over here.
Yeah, he's talked a few times.
Yes. So I don't think it is specifically a Travis Scott issue.
Yeah.
It's security. It's the
Promotions.
venue, it's the promoter. Now I will say that there were a couple videos, don't know how true it is, that Travis Scott said a few days before, come even if you don't have a ticket, just come. So it was over capacity.
That's stupid.
Yes, it was over capacity. And that's why you saw people like up against the barricades, because within those areas, and there are videos where you see people breaking through the outer gates to get in. So there were people there that didn't have tickets.
Oh, okay. I have to ask this question because from what I've read in different reports that he had been charged with inciting riots. And I think is it riot or rioting or whatever they call it? I don't know what the legal term is, but that he's had previous concerts where he encouraged the fans to breach the security lines.
Yes.
And that occurred, and that people were also injured, and he got charged.
He got off the stage.
Yeah, he got charged.
Why would you want all those people?
Because he likes his fans to rage. That's this whole new thing. I want you to rage. Look. So that's why I said it's not 100% a Travis Scott problem. It's not 100% a security problem. It's not 100% a venue problem. I think it's a collective. Yeah, there's a collective issue here because you know, even the camera guy, I understand. I've seen documents where the insurance documents where only certain people were allowed to stop the show. But the camera guy, you don't have a walkie-talkie or somebody to say, hey, there's some stuff going on here.
Well, the one camera guy where the girl was climbing up the pole, he did call security, but he couldn't hear her. He just thought she was some goofy climbing up on the damn.
It was a guy that went right behind her too. It was a guy and a girl that went up on the same camera.
Yeah. If you see all these people going crazy, you don't know like somebody's passed out.
Yeah, it's mayhem. It was mayhem.
Just think they're on E and just climbing up the fucking
possibly.
Well, yeah, because that's what's at these concerts. That's what's at them, and they tour from state to state, and that's his demo. You know what I mean? That's who's coming to see him. People who are tripping out off of E and tripping out off of, you know, all kinds of stuff. So they're coming, and you don't know what, I mean,
you really don't. And I can't say that, you know, Travis was able to see what was going on. There's a lot of people there. The crowd is dense. But clearly someone got the word to him because the show did end early. It ended early. It ended like, I think it ended like 45 minutes to 30 minutes before it was supposed to be over. So
yeah, he stopped it a few times. He stopped it a few times.
He did stop it, but I'm saying the concert itself ended early.
Okay.
So he did get word that something was not right.
What?
And then afterward, they went to Dave & Buster's.
Wait, what?
You didn't see the video of him at Dave & Buster's afterwards with Drake?
Yeah, but Drake threw a party there for him, and he didn't know people had died at that time. He didn't know because they put because y'all know that's Drake is another person I stalk. So if they about to put My Champagne Poppy in the middle, I had to look and see what was going on.
Now, possibly they didn't know people had died at that point. Possibly, but they knew something wasn't right because the show was ended early.
My question is this. First, Travis Scott, I listen to all the young people music because I'm surrounded them, teenage son, teenage nieces. Travis Scott don't even got songs that I would even feel like I want to even go and jeopardize my life. COVID still out, all this crazy. I don't even know. I don't even understand.
But people love him. But people love him.
I need to see what type of people these are because I think they are.
Yeah, people love him.
Also, with the 9-year-old, I get it. You know, your dad is going to a concert. He decides that he wants
I don't know if I take my child to a festival though.
This is what I'm saying. Like,
yeah,
I know Travis Scott music isn't 9-year-old appropriate.
And no, that's where I was going. Now, my dad took us to festivals. We had the back to school boogie. We had all kinds of things.
My dad too. I had to think about it first. My father was always, and I was always on my father's shoulder, but he took us to festivals where the music was appropriate.
Yeah, and that was the thing. It was, you know, when you went to stuff like that, it was kid appropriate. Okay. That music is so like not for a 9-year-old. Like I don't.
No, I'm playing a Travis Scott song that I do know in my head right now, and I don't even like my son listening to it, and he's 16. So what the hell was a 9-year-old doing at a damn Travis Scott concert? I mean, I'm sorry that happened to him.
The 9-year-old is a Travis Scott fan. His dad wanted to make him happy. You know, you do anything for your kids.
Hell no, I do anything for my kids.
But you know, there are people that you know allow their kids to listen to whatever you know they want. You know, and they may talk to them about it later or what have you.
Maybe Travis Scott has some clean versions.
Nope. And now look, no, this is nope. I'm not even going to say what I had to say.
I like one Travis Scott song. What's the name of the song? It's
I don't even know.
I wouldn't even know one if I heard it.
That's the only song of Travis Scott that I like. The song
I don't know that one.
That's so
Vernon says he has a problem with the people in the VIP section that didn't want the injured victims brought in there with them. Exactly. Yeah, they were trying to get into the VIP section to you know get away from what's going on. Yeah, and they didn't want them in there. And again, maybe people didn't understand the severity of what was happening at the time. And we can all, you know, look at it now from 50,000 feet and say, well, why didn't they know? But, you know, with everything going on around them, I'm not sure that people really understood what was going on unless it was happening to them. But it's just a tragedy all around. But, you know, I definitely think that festival security will be revamped from this. Promoting will be revamped from this because it was clear that it was kind of out of control even before he got on stage with all those kids breaking down fences and stuff to get in. Like, how were they able to do that?
Have you all seen the videos? And I saw these on TikTok as well. The videos of the people who are pro-Christian talking about the symbolism of Travis Scott and his that
what is going on with your dog?
Or demonic.
Yeah, they said it was demonic.
What is wrong with your dog?
She's actually my sister's dog. She barks at air. Like we have air everywhere and she just barks at it.
Is it a Chihuahua?
She is a Yorkie.
Oh, I understand.
Half Shih Tzu.
Say no more.
Is she just barking because you closed the door?
She barks because she's 2 and she's playful, and I really think she's like she just wants all of your attention. She wants
your dog at?
Her.
My dog?
No. Macy? Oh no, yeah. Macy ain't got time for it. Macy goes in the opposite direction. She's Macy's an old lady. Macy's also Macy, damn, she's 15, 16 years old.
Oh yeah.
Macy ain't got time for the bullshit.
Yeah, Macy just turned matter of fact, today's the 11th. Macy will be 15 on the 20th. She ain't got time for this shit.
You give her ice cream and cake on her birthday?
Nah, I'm not that kind of parent.
Oh. Oh.
But I give her everything. I give her, you know, she eats Cheetos. She eats, you know, she loves peanut butter.
Give her what she wants at this point.
Do you get the pup cups from Starbucks?
No, I don't do all that. But what I will do, like if I get like some Haagen-Dazs or something like that, the little top that comes off the little thing, I'll put some ice cream on it, and she tears that up and moves the top all around the floor because she's licking all the ice cream off of it. Tops all the way in the living room and shit. And she
okay. I forgot the point we were on. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I just want to make the dog barking. Thought something was going on in the other room.
So hold on. So I think this is Mike. Mike said at 10 years old, he saw the mothership land at the Capitol Center. That's
Damn, how old are you, Mike?
My parents would never let me see Parliament live.
Neither. My father's definitely a Parliament fan, but he was like, there are things going on there that you don't need to see.
But at least at Capitol Center, he had a seat. It wasn't like a festival.
No. But do you remember the stairs at the Capitol Center?
Yes, I remember. Yeah.
You can fall all the way down to the.
Oh yeah.
Well, how about my first concert being Stacey Lattisaw and the Jacksons, and everybody's standing up, and I'm 10 years old. And everybody's taller than me. I'm a little pipsqueak. And everybody's taller than me. And we're literally on the floor. Like
that's why I don't like floor seats. I don't like floor seats because I can't. If everybody stands up, I can't see.
Hey, ever since that Babyface and Boys II Men concert, I don't like floor seats either.
You said ever since what?
Ever since that Boys II Men and Babyface concert, I don't like floor seats either.
What happened?
Remember I told you the story about I took the girl to the Capitol Center to go see Boys II Men, and Babyface was giving out roses, and everybody in the first 10 rows, all the dudes were sitting in the chair like this.
No, I can't. And that's another reason why I can't do festivals, because I can't see. What's the point? What is the point? So I don't like floor seats. You know, at one point I thought about going to Coachella, but I thought about being in the middle of the crowd and not being able to get out and all of that. So like when I saw the videos of the Travis Scott concert, I was like, that's exactly why I don't want to go.
I thought about going to the Roots picnic up in Philly, and I thought about being in that environment and not really, you know, because I have relatives in Philly, but with their distant relatives, and so because I'll be out of my region, out of my element, so to speak. In that environment, I don't know what's there. You know what I mean? I just, just the thought of it.
You enjoy the Roots picnic.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I thought about going to what's Made in America. I thought about going to Made in America.
No, not me.
What's that?
It's Jay-Z's concert that he throws on Labor Day weekend.
Mika, real quick. Okay, there you go. Yeah, I thought about going to Made in America. But again, I thought about like safety and
COVID.
I mean, I wasn't even thinking about during like COVID times.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But just being able to get out of the crowd, like I'm super claustrophobic.
Oh, me too.
Yeah. So like
I gotta be by the exits.
Yeah. So I've just been told, like, if you're going to a festival, you have to be prepared to be in the crowd all day long.
Yeah, so. Capital Jazz Fest is always my thing, but even with that, I try to stay on the side because
Yeah, Mika, have you been to a festival as an adult? Oh,
yeah. Broccoli Fest.
Mm-hmm.
I went to Broccoli Fest because the Migos was there, and I'm the fourth Migos, so I had to go. When I saw things getting very hectic, where people were starting to bunch up and squeeze up, I kind of just got out of the way. And as a child, because Malika, you could probably identify with this, the whole Caribbean, we always have some type of a festival. I've been to plenty of those, but I've gone with my parents or my dad, and he would make that. When
y'all done Jamaica Sunsplash Festival?
I have not done that. No.
Yes, like all of that stuff. But my father would always make sure that it was a thing where we like you know, we were away from the crowd. We were away from the hecticness of it all.
Mm-hmm.
And as an adult going to festivals, I'm like you, Malika. If it looks crazy, I want to step away. Like if I feel like I'm not claustrophobic, but I don't like to be closed in. I don't like to be in a space where danger can happen and I can't see an exit. So
and I can't see an exit.
Yeah,
That's the thing. It's
like
I can't see in front of me and I can't see on the sides of me because I'm so short. I'm just looking at bodies.
It's a no.
That's very scary for me. Very, very scary.
Right.
Even when I'm leaving a concert,
it's very scary. That's like
wait
with DC
for the crowd to kind of get out first, because if I'm out in the hallway with just bodies and something happens, I don't even know how to defend myself.
Yeah. That's like even with DC when they did the whole Mochella thing. Me and my friends went, but they already know how I roll. I'm standing to the back.
Mm-hmm.
All those people can be up there because I just have the fear of if something happens, how the hell am I getting myself out of it? So
that's the same mindset that I had when I went clubbing. I always stayed in one or two spots, either near the DJ booth because nobody's going to mess the music up, or near the exit.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you can go in the DJ booth and just duck down. Somebody starts shooting.
Right.
When anywhere I go, I look around. I look to see where security cameras are. I look at the bouncers up and down. I look at security. I look at everything. Because I'm always some shit is gonna pop off. And I'm gonna need to get out of here.
Yeah.
Our folks in alcohol don't get along. Yeah. I just you know, especially
I think with that, white people are included too.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they get riggedy raw now. They get raw.
They are.
They get riggedy raw.
Go to Daytona or Tampa.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just never know. You just never know. So I've never I don't understand the whole being in the middle and wanting to be in a mosh pit and all of that. So, you know, for those people that went and enjoyed themselves, I'm sure they will do it again, because like I said, there were lots of videos of people that had no idea what was going on, but I think this will definitely change people's minds. And hopefully a lot of changes are made in the future to how things are done. I don't know what they could have done differently. Only they do. But you know, for those people that lost their lives, you know, God rest their souls.
Yeah.
What else do we have on topic real quick?
Oh yeah, we only got like 5 minutes left.
Yeah. What else do we have? I gotta go to the Facebook page.
All
right. Can we instead of going to big box stores, can we support small businesses this holiday season?
Absolutely.
At least spend $100 with a small business.
Yeah, I think I do that.
You do that as a regular.
A lot of people don't.
Yeah, on a regular basis. Just even for like for Thanksgiving, I will post a link to his website. I think the website is under construction though, but there's a guy that I get my cheesecakes from for Thanksgiving, and he makes amazing cheesecakes. Amazing cheesecakes.
Oh, send his info my way.
I also know a great cheesecake maker.
You know a great cheesecake maker?
So do I.
Oh.
She makes a peach cobbler cheesecake with Grand Marnier.
Oh.
So you just eat the cheesecake and you just be passed out drunk at the end of it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know, the baking kills some of the alcohol.
I'll be damn. I'd had some good ass rum cake and I done fell asleep right after eating it.
That is true. That rum cake, for some reason, it stays in there.
Also, with the holiday season, the nasty ass fruit cakes are going to come out and be on people's desks.
No.
How do people eat cake with dried up dates and prunes and dried up cherries? No, I don't like it.
Every time I got it, I use it as a doorstop.
No.
Like, fruit cake is the nastiest cake that can never be made.
I mean, some people like it.
You have to have a Caribbean. First of all, you need to have a Caribbean fruit cake. You need to have a
I don't even like that. I don't like that.
Hold on. What's in a Caribbean fruit
You
cake?
don't like black cake, Malika?
No, and no.
Explain to the non-Caribbeans what that is.
With a Caribbean fruit cake, it's the same ingredients, but I feel like American fruit cake, and no shade to Americans and their fruit cakes, but I feel like they just grab the fruit and throw it in there. For Caribbean people, it's a process. Like my mother has been soaking the fruit for the Christmas fruit cake since like September.
Yeah.
She's frozen.
Yeah.
Guess we won't know about that black cake.
Verna said black cake is my shit.
I don't like black cake.
Period.
I don't like black cake.
You are frozen, sister.
Am I still frozen?
Mad
No,
Mike,
You're not.
Mad Mike, follow me on Facebook so I'll send you the link to the cheesecake. I am Anthony Gadget Mims on Facebook. We got 4 more minutes. Let's talk about the small businesses.
I thought that's what we were doing.
Yeah, Mika, what's Frugally Fly doing Black Friday?
Nothing. Except for I'm sorry. That's not good to say.
Come on, CEO.
I am doing something. I'm doing it before Black Friday. I'm gonna give you a bunch of different looks for Thanksgiving dinner and ways that you can take things from your closet that you already have and put it together because everybody got to be cute at the dinner table.
Does everyone get dressed for Thanksgiving? I'm cooking for 2 days. I am not.
Yes.
No. I am not getting
I'm a
dressed.
famous family member, so I'm definitely getting dressed.
They lucky I'm wearing a bra for Thanksgiving.
Exactly. I'm trust me, for Thanksgiving, at least 2 to 3 days of cooking. I am not getting dressed.
Yeah, leggings and a t-shirt.
Oh no.
I got some new shirts dropping before Thanksgiving.
I'm cute for Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Today.
What does that say?
I like to purchase one.
I'm from what?
Bring me my change back.
You mean my change back? I know that's right.
I'm from the era of bring me my change back.
That's right.
I have a question, Gadget. You have those in all different colors I'd like to support?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll
post the link in the chat, please.
All right.
Yeah, post the link, please, because I like
one of those as well.
I'd like to include it on a couple of my fashion looks.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd like to have one of those. I will not wear it on Thanksgiving Day, but I will wear it.
No, yeah, I got an outfit for Thanksgiving already.
Are you cooking?
I'm making the drinks. I'm the celebrity of my family, so if I don't come cute, then it's gonna be like, what were you thinking?
Hold on. Are y'all eating at your brother's house? Because I still have the address in my GPS.
You know you can come get it.
I will
you
show
are
up.
an honorary family member. You know you can pull up. You know you can. All of y'all can. We love y'all.
Oh my gosh.
We just gonna be cooking.
I'm gonna be cooking.
That's all we gonna be doing. Cooking.
Oh,
I taste test and make the drinks.
Guys, this will be my last podcast from the dining room area. I want to show you guys my new basement. Hold on.
So you know what that means, ladies.
What does that mean, ladies?
We're going over.
We can shoot from your basement.
We sure can.
Oh my God!
Wow.
Oh my
Just make sure you have my champagne ready.
What do we have? Champagne and chicken and Popeye's chicken.
Champagne and Popeye's chicken.
Y'all didn't like the Popeye's chicken.
Not the Popeyes from 8th Street, please. No, thank you.
Isn't that closed?
They closed it down. Yeah, they closed it down.
They closed it down.
Making me itch.
You got some say so, but not all.
I'm mad that they got rid of my dirty rice too. I guess the rice was really dirty, huh?
All right. Hold on. How do I turn this phone around?
Turn the phone around.
The producer.
I never log in from my phone.
Oh Lord.
Hold on.
Help him, Lord.
Now he's just gone.
Wow. I don't think we're ever going to see this basement.
Nope.
Jesus.
And we have to wait for him to get back to the kitchen to end the podcast.
Yeah.
We are so sorry, y'all.
Hold on, y'all. Don't give up on me yet.
We're this close.
But it's now 9 o'clock.
I'm starving. Yes, I'm starving. Look, he's gone. It's 9 o'clock. Thanks for tuning into the Jane Doe Podcast. You guys can feel free. Like,
I just want to see it.
Oh my God.
Really? You didn't like it?
Now, see, now the viewers want to see the doggone basement. We're waiting on you, Gadget.
Oh. All right, well, no, we'll put something together. All my stuff was cute. Every last thing was cute. Everything. Like, the tennis skirt was a little too big, but my mother, I put it on with a hoodie in it, and it,
I don't know, Vernon. I don't know if he's talking in the background or not. I don't know. We're just trying to figure out what's going on. Okay. There we are. Nice.
Oh, nice. Okay. Oh, yeah. We could film down there.
Okay.
We're definitely shooting from there. Get
it, y'all.
Oh, these.
Woo! Are those LPs?
Yeah.
Oh, we got to get you some shelving.
I know.
IKEA.
That is nice. So nice. I love it.
Very, very nice.
I can't wait for us to shoot from there.
I love that floor.
They did it in one day.
Who?
Hold on. Let me walk back up to my desk.
Yeah, because you do need to end the podcast.
Yeah.
She's not wearing underwear. Yeah, and end the podcast.
So, you guys know I had trouble getting, the brothers my business.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, okay, that's a whole nother topic. Let's do that next week.
So, my man Neil hooked me up with some guys out in where are they at? They're in Winchester, Maryland.
No, she was crazy.
An hour and 45 minutes away.
Wow.
Yeah. So.
All right, y'all.
All right, it's 9 o'clock and Law and Order's on.
Okay.
All right, y'all.
Thanks, y'all.
All right, I gotta go eat. All right, see y'all later.
See ya.
Bye.
All right, bye, y'all.
Bye.